This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this?
Mm-hmm. This is a sham.
No. Y'all, just stop.
Get real.
Welcome to DBL. You're welcome. You got us three.
You didn't seem ready.
I wasn't.
Okay.
Wow. I was seeing if there were coffee in my coffee mug, and I hadn't gotten it yet, so no.
Oh,
I will get it later.
Don't do this in case there is.
I know, good call. All right, guys, we have good news to tell you that Brittany Greiner is back on U.S. soil. Her plane landed at an airfield in Texas early this morning. You could actually see her quickly exit the plane. Afterwards, she was reportedly taken to a hospital to get checked out. Officials say she is in, quote, very, very good spirits. Now, Russian state media released this. I can't get over this. I can't. It's the footage of a prisoner exchange that took place in Abu Dhabi. As you can see on the left in the red is Brittany, okay? And the Russian arms dealer Victor Bout is on the other as they pass each other on the tarmac like a Nicolas Cage movie.
Really?
I mean, I didn't know they actually did that. Now, Russian media also released footage from the plane when Brittany was first being told she was heading home. Take a look.
Do you know where I'm heading to?
No.
No?
No.
Вы летите домой.
You fly back home
To the U.S.
to the US.
Да, конечно.
Okay.
Так что все будет нормально.
Everything will be fine.
Interesting. So what do you think this is like for her to finally be back on American soil? And what did you get from that look when they said everything will be fine?
I just don't trust the Russian media whatsoever, so I don't know what actually happened and then what they asked her to say or who was standing behind the camera, like making some type of
It's a fair point.
face. But I do think that she's going to probably be dealing with a ton of trauma, and so even if she is relieved to be home, to be, in captivity for that many months and for that long, and to know that your whole family was here worried about you, and to come home on the heels of the holiday, it's just a lot of emotions that she must be feeling. And so I would just want her to take the time and the space she needs. I know every network's probably gunning for that interview, but I would want her to just take the space she needs to try to worry about her own mental health and make that a priority in her life right now.
That's such a well said point. Give her the space she needs to heal. Do you agree, Al? Or what do you think when you saw it?
When I saw it, it looked like a person that wasn't sure if she was being told the truth or not.
I agree.
And she wasn't going to let herself get too excited.
I agree with you, Al.
It's like when you pitch a show and they're like, we like it, we're thinking it's going to go to series, and you're like, okay. You don't get excited until
sign the contract.
Dries. And and not even to make light of anything like this, but I do think that what we were looking at is a person that was, first of all, looks a lot better than I thought she would be given what she's gone through, and also a person that is not allowing herself to believe it until she's on that tarmac and face to face with one of the most notorious arms dealers in the history of the planet. What steps in life did those two people make to end up meeting on how random? But I think the Nicolas Cage comment was exactly right. What do you think about that?
I just think I just didn't know they did it that way. I thought I knew a lot about politics. I didn't know they actually swapped in front of each other.
Right.
And I was amazed. I'm glad to see it happen. I just didn't.
Kind of gives movies some credence, though.
For sure.
That's how it really happened.
For sure. We also have really quickly a little sound of Biden talking to Sherelle. This is her wife, Brittany Greiner's wife. Let's go to that. I just wanted you guys to see this moment.
She's on the ground.
Stop it.
Yep, she's on the ground.
Great day. This is such a good day. Oh my God.
So I just wanted you to see that a joyous thing, and again, what Lindsay said, believe it what you not, Biden stuck to his word on this one, which I think he deserves his props. But some people are criticizing the prisoner exchange for a number of reasons. Now, one of the biggest criticisms is that releasing Victor Bout, also known as the Merchant of Death, will put American lives at risk. So officials at the Pentagon reportedly fear he could resume selling his weapons. Here's what House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy had to say about it on Fox News. Take a look.
Think about the exchange here. The Merchant of Death for a WNBA star who was picked up for marijuana. What a victory for Putin. But what else it does, it makes every American who is overseas vulnerable. Why? Because they can pick you up on a trumped-up charge to get somebody they want out.
We got a lot of people emailing and criticism pointed that way, and we want to address it. What do you think, Linz?
I just think people need to understand that it's possible to feel joy in regards to Brittany Greiner, but also know there's still more work to be done. And so to drag her through the conversation in the mud of what's going on with Paul Whelan and not just be joyous that this woman who could have been being tortured, has been in captivity for several months, is now free to come home. She's done so much for America by competing in our highest level of sports. She's been underpaid by America in our highest level of sports. And then she went to go play overseas because she wasn't making the money of her male counterparts, and that's in part to blame of the U.S. and the way that we structure women's sports in this country. And so to tell her and criticize her, it has nothing to do with her.
I agree.
Right? It's not her fault that Paul Whelan didn't get out. The option was not on the table for Paul Whelan to get out. It was Brittany Greiner, again, like I said yesterday, or nothing.
Right.
And that's it. So she's free, and we should be happy about that.
Hasn't Paul Whelan been in this in 2018? I believe Trump was in office during those years, was he not? So where was all this talk then? Where was all this talk when they made a movie about this person and Americans went to go see it? And also, since we have 60 seconds and we can't get into it, does America really want to have the conversation about dealing arms overseas? Is that the direction we want to go, guys? I don't think it is. We can go to South America. We can go to the Middle East. I think there's some American machinery over there, and we'll leave it at that. So, guys, just be happy Brittany's home. And I do appreciate that Kevin McCarthy made it a point to throw out marijuana, just to let her know that that was something that she deserved, so we know where he stands.
Interesting. Interesting about the arms dealing with the U.S. as well. Coming up on DBL, let us know what you think. Our interview with friend of the show, dear friend. It's not you, you're on the show. It's Jonathan Bennett. He's telling us all about his new Christmas movie, and from busy schedules to family feuds, we're talking about how to get through the holidays next, and I need this next segment a lot.
It's happy holiday season time.
From our DBL family to yours, we want to wish you
a happy holiday season.
A happy holiday season. Let's talk about that. Chris, our executive producer, was saying it's not always about Paul Whelan. Most people are saying, was it fair for Rush Victor Boot to be given an exchange? And at first you're like, wow, does that equal it? But if you have the option to release an Olympian gold medalist that's been held detained wrongfully, you do it.
And by the way, I don't know if Michael Dean has a question. He's just standing like that because he's muscular. Okay. If I was built like that, I would stand like that.
Would you stand like that?
I just stand.
Do you think
like
I could?
This.
Let's see how Michael Dean stands like this.
I'm sorry. Does somebody have a question?
I'm sorry. You?
But the other thing is, Victor served almost half of his prison sentence.
Right. He'd been in there.
So it's not like, it's not like he got out after a few months or a year or 10 months.
Right.
He was literally in prison for 11 years.
Yeah.
Right, but he is also a terrible, terrible person. And Nicolas Cage played him in the movie.
He's set to be released 10 years anyways.
So was the guy from the Wolf of Wall Street. He was a terrible person. He ripped off millions of people.
Is ripped off the same as arms dealing?
In terms of making an incredible profit, yeah.
Yeah, but in terms of violence, I mean, one is.
I mean, but he
white collar crime.
I'm not. Well, it depends on what. It's like when you distribute arms, you're perpetuating the violence, but you're not committing.
Like pulling the trigger.
I mean, it's just like there's a market for everything.
It was fair of you to say that in America.
People don't want to discuss that. They're always like, we got to lock the drug dealers up. It's like, well, no, we need to stop people from wanting the drugs.
Yeah.
I think that's the issue.
Yeah, I always say the war on drugs won that war. I feel like the Nancy Reagan just say no hampered our access to actually dealing with addicts and addiction.
I think that it was.
That's my opinion.
I think that it was intentional because it's such a flippant
thing to say.
Yeah, like you're addicted.
To the most addictive substance in the world, right?
I mean, there's a physical addiction, there's a psychological, the familial addiction,
right?
And to just say that.
Welcome back. 'Tis the holiday season. Love saying tis.
It's the only time you can say it.
Tis the holiday season. But let's get real. For a lot of folks, the holidays come with lots of added stress. In fact, a recent survey found that 41% of people reported an increase in worrying during the season. So,
is that you?
How do you deck the halls without completely falling apart? Well, the New York Times asked some experts for their advice. We're going to break it all down. Okay, so comment after each one, okay? First up, the holidays can be super busy with people overbooking their schedules, and that gets to be overwhelming. Their advice, look at all your commitments, decide how much time and energy you're willing to devote, and get comfortable saying no.
No.
And no is fine without an explanation, like, I can't do it. That's it. Especially because I have a kid now. It's you know why. I don't have to tell you why.
See, having a kid gives you a good excuse.
Yeah, I have an excuse
But
every
then
day.
you don't have to say no if you have a kid. You go, Kinsley. I wish.
Kinsley.
The rest of us have to look at our aunt in the eyeballs and be like, no.
I know.
Like, that's way harder.
Because when my kids get your kids' age, I can't be like, oh, my 13-year-old who's at her friend's house tonight, and we all saw her on Instagram doing that.
Yeah, my daughter drives up. I'm like, she's a handful. I can't.
I can't do it
tonight.
All right, next up, for some of us, spending time with the family can come with a lot of tension. And let's be real, some family feuds seem unavoidable. So experts' advice, if there's no chance of changing hearts and minds, do not engage. They say embrace the strategy of, quote, underreactivity. It's also sort of like pick your battles. I think this is what that means.
A lot of war talk.
And for Christmas, right?
Engage and pick your battles and go. I don't know, Lindsay. Is this a problem? It seems like you have a loving family, but
I know, but everyone so I would say in life, I try to like go by this Zen mindset. Like I'm not going to get riled up over this person. Right. But when it's family, you know exactly. My sister, like you live with me. We lived with each other for like 18 years of our lives. You know exactly what button to push to set me all the way. I'm talking about through the roof. So I have to figure out how not to engage.
You can go through the roof on Christmas just to smell of like eggnog. I'm
going to be in New York for a couple days surrounding. So she has a good buffer to get on my nerves.
But it's a good idea to think of underreactivity because they do say that anger goes through your body only 90 seconds. And after that, your body doesn't feel the anger. Your mind is holding on to it.
That sounds like a made-up stat.
It's not Dr. Jill Stewart.
Not
Buddhism? No, that's Dr. Jill Taylor Stewart Bolton.
And she measured 90 seconds in everybody.
Yep, exactly.
Wow.
So for many, money is tight this time of year, especially with inflation pushing prices higher and higher. So experts say create a budget and prioritize spending money on things you cherish most. They also suggest gift exchanges to cut costs. What do you guys think about that? I just don't like when someone gives a gift card. Is that rude?
That's a good question.
I don't like that.
Sometimes
Even
I will lose
very
them.
Practical.
Yeah, sometimes I lose them though, and then you can't really do anything about that.
Right.
But I tell everybody, like, listen, I don't tell everybody my actions. Either this is a year where I have it or I don't. And I'm never going to go outside of either means. So, like, you might get a mug or you might get a Gucci bag. I don't know where I'm at this year.
You should do a big, like, presentation, like, does Lindsay have it? And, like, have the USC marching band come out and then, like, yes or no.
But don't expect it, though. Like, I do, people do what they can, and I'm happy to just be in people's presence or make some mac and cheese, and that's
You're a better person than me.
I know. And also, Etsy's good. You can get not too expensive things that are personal. What about those awkward office parties when you feel like you're forced to look like you're having fun to keep your boss happy?
What?
They suggest preparing some small talk questions unrelated to work to get your coworkers to open up and talk about things other than office gossip.
For real.
Which is why you go to the office party.
I'm going to start my own company just so I can make my employees do that. just like sit, it's the Christmas sit party. Yeah, I mean, it's a weird thing with office parties because now there's less and less alcohol, which is a good thing. But that means there's less and less fun. So, like, are you obligated to go? I don't know. Maybe Christmas parties should just go away.
I don't know. Now they're suggesting we just talk about the weather.
I know. The office gossip keeps office going. What are we supposed to talk about?
I would say I'm the person that has written notes before about conversations, and it gets awkward. Like, but I've done this when dating somebody. I'm like, what should we talk about on the phone?
You go to the wrist pad like a backup quarterback?
I know.
Like, okay. All right.
Oh,
and it never worked out. I didn't do that with Colin.
Oh, man. How'd that work out? All right. We'll be right back.
This is a map from the CDC showing deaths from heart attacks using the latest data from 2018 to 2020. The darker reds show counties with higher death rates. Right here in Mecklenburg County, the data shows a lower heart attack death rate. But there's one question this map doesn't answer. Is there a time when heart attacks are more likely to happen? The question, are there more heart attacks during the holidays? Let's verify. Our sources, cardiologist Dr. Pyle Coley, Novant Health, and the American Heart Association. According to the American Heart Association, more than 356,000 cardiac arrests occur outside the hospital in the U.S. each year. But during the holidays, they say cardiac death is almost 5% higher.
Really does have a higher incidence at this time of year.
Dr. Coley and Novant Health say there are several reasons why heart attacks spike during Christmas and New Year's.
We're usually out of our routines. We're traveling a lot more. We may be eating and drinking more alcohol than usual, and we've kind of fallen off the wagon when it comes to exercise, getting enough sleep, doing many of those healthful types of routines.
The excessive eating, drinking, and stress, Coley says, all that can put a lot of strain on your heart. We also tend to put things off during the holidays, including care.
So we see the highest number of fatal heart attacks occurring on the 25th, followed by the 26th, followed by New Year's Day.
So if something doesn't feel right, Dr. Coley says to make sure to get it checked out. And of course, try to stay on track.
Make sure that you are taking your regular medications. You're not missing any doses, even if you're traveling, making sure you're getting plenty of water.
So we can verify that, yes, more heart attacks do occur during the holidays. With your Verify, I'm Megan Bragg.
Jason DeVito, your family's neighbor.
Oh, hi. Sam, Dalton, the brother, which you obviously already know. Obviously. I've said obviously twice.
Welcome back to DBL. That was Jonathan Bennett in his new Christmas movie, The Holiday Sitter. And earlier we spoke with him about it and some of the crazy hijinks on set. Take a look.
Please welcome back to the show, Jonathan Bennett.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, JB, how you doing, boo-boo?
Hey, I miss everybody. It's so good to see your faces.
We miss you. It's so good to see you, too. All right, let's get to this movie because we want to know, how did your experience with kids on the set of a movie you did a few years ago inspire The Holiday Sitter?
Oh, okay. We want to talk about that. Let's talk about it. So I did a Hallmark movie years ago called Christmas Made to Order, and we were actually shooting in a house. And the family that owned the house we were filming in had 4 kids, and they would bring them to set every day. And I would just start entertaining them and like juggling. I basically became like a birthday party clown for these kids. And the mom leaned over to me and she's like, you need to do a movie where you play like a Manny. Like, you're not a nanny, you're a Manny, and you have to take care of the kids. And that sparked the idea. And then it just kind of transformed from there, where one of my favorite movies growing up was Uncle Buck.
Yes.
So I was like, what if Uncle Buck was gay?
I have a more serious question for you, and it kind of deals with
Okay, what's the serious question?
Let's get serious. No, but I do want to hear your opinion. I've been waiting a long time to hear this. There's some controversy over holiday movies, over Candace Cameron Bure and what she said about traditional marriage, okay? And we have Neil Bledsoe. He just exited The Great American Family because of her comments. And I just wanted to have you have the floor and say, how did executive producing and starring in an LGBTQ+ led movie on Hallmark help you tell the story that you wanted to tell?
Well, I think, look, I can't, I don't know what other networks are doing or what all of their viewers are going to see, but I know like what the viewers at Hallmark Channel are going to see is a story and a network that's filled with inclusivity and filled with love and filled with heart and filled with family, whether that family is biological or chosen. And so to be a part of a network like Hallmark Channel that puts inclusivity at the forefront of their storytelling, it's the best thing in the world, for me to be able to make that. And as a queer filmmaker, what Hallmark Channel has done for me is made a safe space for queer people to tell stories. Yeah. And if you're an artist, there is no bigger blessing than to have a safe space to do your art. We never set out to make a gay Hallmark movie or a gay Christmas
It's a
movie.
love film. It's just a love film.
Yeah, this movie's not made for a queer audience or an LGBTQ plus audience. It's made for everybody, and everyone will be able to relate to the story because Christmas is for everybody.
Yes.
Hallmark Channel's for everybody. The Holiday Sitter's for everybody. So I feel like when people watch it, there's so many things in these characters that they're going to be able to identify with, and I think that's what sets this movie apart from so many others.
I can't wait. Beautifully stated. Beautifully stated. And speaking of your co-stars, Jonathan, you posted this hilarious video of you and co-star George Chrissa on Instagram. What is going on here?
Wait, what's the video? I can't see it.
You guys have, it looks like Nerf guns, and you're ambushing his trailer?
Okay, look, George and I,
and he's
first of all,
shirtless.
George Chrissa is the unicorn we've been waiting for this movie, because to cast the role of Jason, he had to have so many qualities. He had to be hunky, he had to be handsome, he had to have blue eyes, be good with comedy. There's so many things that we needed, and I was like, I don't know if we're gonna find this guy. And all of a sudden, George Chrissa came on screen, and I was like, we found the guy. So from every moment we worked together on set, it was so much fun because we had, like, normally you have a co-star that's a girl, and in this, it was two guys, so boys will be boys. Like, we're like, they're gonna screw with each other, they're gonna punch each other, we're gonna like shoot Nerf guns at each other. So every day was just like a battle of who can outdo the other one and like cause the most chaos to the other person on set.
We love you. You got to get back in the studio.
Please.
I'm going to put some pressure on you. Excuse me, what?
Okay, great.
Okay,
we
good.
can talk about all the hot topics.
Okay, we're gonna have our people call your people. Thank you for chatting with us. Thank you, Jonathan. DBL Nation, you can watch Jonathan's new movie, The Holiday Sitter, out this Sunday on the Hallmark Channel. We'll be right back.
Bravo, Jonathan.
Bye, honey. Congrats.
Thanks, guys.
So I'm not proud of this mini feast, but here's one that would put it to shame. This post on Reddit went viral this week, not for how big and beautiful the spread is, but for how gross it is to have all that food out for so long with so many hovering hands, the commenters pointed out. Of course, 'tis the season to snack, to nibble, to graze, so let's verify, when does food go from gorgeous to gross? We turn to only the finest, freshest sources to find out. A food safety rule of thumb from the Department of Health and Human Services: never leave perishable foods out of the fridge for more than 2 hours. Past that point, it could make you sick.
Sometimes bacteria can cause food to spoil, but other times it can cause food to become unsafe and cause foodborne illness.
But what about cheese? Isn't aging kind of part of the process? Well, the rule still applies. Dairy Management Inc., a trade group that includes the National Dairy Council, says after 2 hours, hard cheeses like cheddar and Gouda need to go back to the fridge, and soft cheeses like brie and mozzarella should be tossed out. And that really goes for anything that belongs in a refrigerator, including raw meats and leftover cooked food.
When in doubt, throw it out.
HHS advises keeping hot foods on a chafing dish or in a warming tray or slow cooker. Anytime food gets between 40 and 140 degrees Fahrenheit, it becomes a feast for bacteria.
I have my own thermometer. I think that's a really good tool for people to have at home.
Even a hot, freshly cooked meal, sauce, or dip won't last once it cools down and enters the danger zone. As soon as it drops below 140, start the 2-hour countdown.
If you think you might have some leftovers, to just heat up and serve a small amount at a time.
And in 2022, we're still unfortunately passing more than just the appetizers. So to prevent the spread of viruses, make sure you have plenty of serving utensils and have people eat off their own plates, keeping their hands off the finger foods.
Just be intentional. Make food safety a part of your plan for your party.
When it comes to food prep, try not to put things out too early, because then it starts the clock earlier. Also, use common sense. Wash your hands, wash your knives and your cutting boards for at least 20 seconds. Keep raw foods and prepared foods separately, and check for mold on baked goods before eating or serving. With your Verify, I'm Abby Larico.
Could a new and trendy AI app put you and your data at risk? Let's connect the dots. Lensa is a photo editing app that can transform your pictures into different styles of artwork like anime and pop art. Right now, it is the top free app in the Apple Store. It's only free though for a 7-day trial. So how does it all work? When you click the Magic Avatar feature, you have the option to upload 10 to 20 pictures at a time. The app wants you to use close-up pictures of yourself making a variety of faces. Artists, though, now accusing the app of stealing their work to create these avatars. An artificial image creation expert says AI models are coded to use other people's artwork to create a new image. That means the software is meant to draw links between the images and keywords associated with similar artwork. Some privacy experts also worried the Lensa app is keeping the photos you upload and all your personal data as well. And that is connecting the dots.
Welcome back. We've got some awesome products from our friends at SideDeal. Check them out. Steph, I'm so excited for what you have for us today.
Hi, Tori. Hey, DBL Nation. The holidays are sneaking up on us, and we've got some great products that would make amazing last-minute gifts. So check it out. First up, we've got the original Dutch oven from BK. So this deal includes one Dutch oven and a lid, available in 2 sizes. We've got it in 2.5 or 5.5 quarts. So the cook in your life is going to love these Dutch ovens because the carbon steel construction make them more heat responsive than cast iron. It means you're going to get faster and more even cooking, and the non-stick coating is extremely tough, which means it's less likely to chip than cast iron designs. Now, this Dutch oven also features stay cool handles and is oven safe up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. So normally these are $100 to $160.
Yeah.
But we've got them for $39.99 to $49.99, which is saving everyone 69%.
I love the sizing on that because you can make a big soup for winter and make a nice cozy chili.
Oh yes, Tori. These are so versatile. You're going to use them all the time. They're going to last you a really long time.
Love that.
And they are such beautiful pieces as well. You can have these out on the side and they're going to look gorgeous in your kitchen. Now, Tori, we've also got the perfect gift if you've got a music lover in your life. It is the Anchor Soundcore U2 24-hour earbuds.
Ooh.
So this deal includes 1 pair of headphones and 1 charger. Now, these earbuds are amazing because they feature a waterproof design and they last for 24 hours on a single charge. So they also have noise reduction voice enhancement for phone calls, and these are a customer favorite on SideDeal. Thousands of people have given these earbuds 5 stars online, Tori.
Ooh, I love good reviews.
I know. So normally these are $43.
Okay.
But we've got them for just $16.99, which is saving up to 60%.
I just have to say one thing. If you were thinking you love the AirPods or whatever, you're going to lose them eventually. You're going to lose one.
Yes.
This you can't lose. Head on over to SideDeal.com, y'all, to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. Or you can even visit SideDeal.com right on your smartphone. Couldn't be easier. Great gifts. Steph, thank you so, so much. You know, I've gotten deeply into pots and pans now. I've become an adult.
Pots and pans?
Just now? You're just getting into pots and pans?
Recently. I'm a slow, late bloomer.
What were you doing, microwaving plastics?
No, I was doing it, but I didn't care enough, and now I have a 9-inch.
Prepared meal thing, which I...
No, I'm still doing HelloFresh, and it's not, I still have to cook.
I know, that's why I didn't do
you're
those
saying
things.
you bought like cheap pots and pans, and now you like nice ones.
Correct. Just like that Dutch oven. Yeah, I want a good quality.
No, I'm getting the Dutch oven.
Yeah, well, we can both have it.
You get your box of food delivered to you like a serial killer.
HelloFresh is delicious.
No,
Shout out.
ordering your food in a box. Go to the grocery store.
Al, come on, what have you cooked this week?
Oh my God! For our boss Bert, I made garlic tiger shrimp.
Yeah,
I made ahi tuna.
Yeah.
I made wild jasmine rice. Like you don't want to go there.
Wild jasmine rice.
I think he did a lot this time.
I didn't have a thing
There
this
you
week.
go,
So
Lindsay.
let me tell you.
We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Oh, Monday. Bye, guys. See you Monday.